What up, world? You done found the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. Follow us on Instagram at the Super Facts Show. On Facebook, subscribe to the Super Facts Network. If you want to watch the episodes, it's available on YouTube and Facebook. And then if you want to hear it, it's wherever you get your podcast, Stitcher, Deezer, Google Play, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Rate, review, like, subscribe, follow all that good stuff people will be asking you for. We won't be asking you for no money. And also make sure you subscribe to St. Laz, New York City's greatest storyteller and occasional co-host of the show. All right, y'all go ahead and enjoy the episode after you do all that. All right. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got with us a very special guest, model Coco Brazil. You might have seen her in XXL. You might have seen her on World Star. You might have seen her on album covers. You might have seen her in videos. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How are you? You doing all right?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, you know, I feel like I mean, you yourself in one of your social media bios label yourself as a video vixen, and I kind of feel like girls in your profession get a bad rap, like they get dehumanized, objectified. I mean, that's obvious, but sometimes sometimes I can tell, like for instance, in looking through some of your pictures on Instagram, I can tell that you got like an artistic bent to what you do. You know, it's not just about like, oh, I can tell, and it's not just about getting likes for what you're showing or whatever. Like I can tell that you found a freedom through expression.
Yes.
And I'm curious, like, how did you become so comfortable, in expressing yourself, with art, with your body, all the way to nudity, especially at a time, well, not at a time, but no matter what time in history it is, there's always going to be people who consider that taboo or look down on you.
You know, ironically enough, I actually started modeling when I was a young one. My mom put me in my first fashion show when I used to live in New York. And I just fell in love with it. I'm like, let's shine. You know what I mean? Like, let's just shine. I always loved fashion and things like that. So it wasn't really a struggle. It was pretty easy to ease into, especially when you start young.
Got you. Yeah, you got that built-in comfort level, and then things become real regular. I've been at like I guess you say like high-end fashion shoots, and when
Right.
I had like little model girlfriends back in the day or whatever, and when you be backstage, nudity be like real regular because people got changed so fast and all that type
Yes,
shit.
you have to boom, 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 move, move, move.
Yeah.
Like there's no time to be shy. There's no time to worry about who's looking at you. There's no time for that.
But while we're talking about the stigma, like obviously, the pandemic and everybody joining OnlyFans and all that type shit. It
Mhm.
seems like the career choices of that nature have become much more socially acceptable, like as opposed to like the so-called video vixen era, how those girls are automatically
Absolutely.
viewed to be like hoes and sluts, and now it's like if you're comfortable with your body, that's actually empowering, which I think is a great thing.
It really has become more socially acceptable, especially when you have your OnlyFans and things like that. A lot of people got furloughed. I know I did. And it just drove me to go harder. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get this money, honey. The bills don't stop.
Do you find it hard to, or maybe hard might not be the word, but do you ever get overwhelmed by like, because I'm on front, I do, about like the constant how you have to create content?
Every day of my life, it is quite stressful, even before the pandemic. It's like everybody's like, well, where's the new stuff? Where's the new stuff? And I'm just like, let me just get in my little corner and just stay to myself for a little while. But it definitely is. It's a lot of pressure. It really is, especially when you create a fan base over all these years, and you create a brand. People are expecting you to produce. So
Right.
it can be a lot at times. I'm not gonna lie. And believe it or not, I'm shy as hell. So it's super hard. But it's all worth it, you know, to make somebody's day with just a picture, you know. So
I could believe the shy part. You know, you know, sometimes being shy though is being like smart. It means you read the room before you open your mouth. You know,
absolutely,
what would they be saying? Like a fool opens his mouth while a wise man what's this? A wise man keeps his mouth closed while a fool opens it and removes all doubt.
absolutely. I just like to move in silence. So when I do produce new content, it's like, oh damn, I didn't see that coming. So that's I like the surprise factor, you know, because it can get old after a while. Like if you have a celebrity or a model or whoever you may be posting day after day, it gets old, you know. It's like no surprise factor.
Do you know? I mean, I know writer's block ain't the right term, so let's just call it content block. Do you got any advice to how to fight through that for someone who you know might be hitting the so-called wall?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like your field is a little bit different because you actually have to come up with content. So I definitely know you can understand the pressure, you know. So, like I said, entertainment is entertainment. This is the world we've chosen. So you just gotta vibe with it.
Yeah, what is going on with your hair? Is it pink?
Yes, it's
Man, I love it. That is outstanding, man. Shout out whoever did that up for you.
I do it all myself, even down
Oh
to the nails, the hair, the makeup. Because I woke up one day and I'm like, why spend all that money? A lot of females do it, not knocking y'all, but why spend all that money when you can do it yourself? Like,
yeah, nah, I feel
that's how
you.
the rich stay rich.
Yeah, I spent like $500 one year in beard lineups, and I was like,
Oh God, not 500.
yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, I know that ain't nothing compared to like probably what it costs to get like braids and all that shit, but shit, I definitely use that 500 in a in a better fashion, you know, with kids and all that other good shit. You know, that being said, with about all the pictures and all the content you produce, you know, I obviously I you know, I looked at it. You definitely have a lot of tattoos in a lot of places, and you know, to be
Yes.
honest with you, you know, I've been to jail and prison and been around gang motherfuckers and all that shit, but you know, you got some tattoos that I'm not. I've never talked to a person that had a tattoo in that place, and I'm just curious in a few places actually, and I'm just curious what was your most painful tattoo?
Um, Actually, my favorite, well, I have two. The Coco
Not not
Brazil, that's on my ass, of course. And
not favorite, most painful.
oh, well, tattoos don't hurt to me. I believe pain is pleasure.
None of them hurt.
None of them.
Damn, I mean, why I got
To
like
me, it's
Jones on
like
my
therapy.
arm it didn't hurt that much, but like back here and
Well,
like
that's
bone Jones,
nice.
they hurt like shit. You know what I mean?
Really?
I mean, these was
Well,
some
you know, I
jail.
have my whole
These
chest
was jail
done.
shits done. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Like, pain doesn't bother me.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Does it take to get your whole chest done?
It was an all day session. And it was so weird because for a while I had been a tattoo model, a muse. So tattoo artists would just hit me up like, hey, I have this idea. And I'm like, well, my body is a canvas, go for it.
So I mean, we don't got no cut cards here. You don't mind if I ask more about that?
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said like obviously we don't got no cut cards here, but I ain't trying to be rude. Do you mind if I ask one more question about that?
I'm sorry, I still couldn't hear you. Rude about what?
I got one more question about the chest tattoo,
Hmm.
but I don't want to be too forward, so I want to make
Oh
sure
no,
that
it's fine. I'm an open book.
okay. So do you get your nipples tattooed too, or do they tattoo around it?
No, I have my nipples pierced. And
Gotcha.
so they just pretty much just worked around it.
Okay.
Oh, but no, I am an open book. Feel free.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't ever want to make no one uncomfortable. Well,
Oh no. Oh, come on. I pose half naked for a living. I don't know that you can make me feel uncomfortable. But
I
I
mean,
appreciate the respect. I really do.
I try to be a gentleman, so yeah, more than likely I won't make you feel uncomfortable. But man,
Oh no.
it'll never be nobody in the DMs or nothing to be too extra with it.
Hmm?
It'll never be nobody in your DMs or nothing to be too extra with it.
No, I mean, like I said, I don't mind at all. Came on your show for a reason.
So you to be successful in your field, you got to have like the right mind state.
Absolutely. You
I mean, I
have
guess
to.
that's true for anything, but you know what I mean. Like you gotta be more almost zen, you know.
Absolutely. It's not for the weak. It is not for the weak because even in your field, I'm sure you constantly get criticism, so you get it. But you gotta have a tough skin for entertainment. Like,
Yeah, you emanate like this calm, peaceful serenity. I admire that.
absolutely. Listen, I do my yoga every morning at 6 a.m. just to get my zen and, gather my thoughts and get my work done. So yeah, you just definitely have to be strong minded, and not let the little comments and things like that, get you down or throw you off your game. Like, can't
Word.
do it.
Now, I can dig it. So this is mostly like a rap show, and you've definitely
Mhm.
had some involvement. What can you tell me some of the things you've done with hip hop? Like what was you like World Star Eye Candy? What were you in
Right.
XXL? All that type good stuff.
Well, I
Or
want to
some of the
say
videos you've been in too. I know you've been in a gang of videos.
absolutely. I want to say the biggest one was the Little Rue Nasty song. And let me tell you the odds. I'm gonna make it quick. The crazy part about that is I was literally in my kitchen singing the song, and out of nowhere, I get a phone call to be in the video. I'm like, that's divine intervention right there.
Word.
I hadn't applied or anything. I just randomly got a phone call. I'm like popping my booty and then, in the kitchen doing my little dance, and then boom, the phone call hit. I'm like, all right, I'm down. But let me tell you something. I haven't told anybody really this, especially public. Little Rue does not know how to do business.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Back then he was signed with Def Jam, and we signed our disclosure agreements and promise of being paid. We filmed at Club Onyx and never got paid.
Damn, that's fucked
So
up.
from that moment on, I decided no more business with Little Rue. I'm good.
Yeah, shit makes sense to me. So what was it? What was
Sorry,
the
not
what was?
sorry.
Yeah, I feel you. Shit, yeah, fuck them. What was the World Star move?
Well, I mean, let me tell you what happened. They, for some reason, decided to travel to different places, like different states or whatever, to film the same song. The one I was in, the video, was the official at Club Onyx, but
Oh, this is still the little roof situation.
yes,
Oh, okay. I thought
yeah.
you had like a
Oh,
like
let's see. That
your
to
own
me
video
was
on World Star.
my biggest appearance. Done a few other things here and there. Double XL magazine, that was pretty cool.
I saw you had like some magazine covers and like eye candy type of
Yeah,
things of that nature, which at that time was like the cream of the crop.
right. Right, and then I was also on Porn Star Hip Hop, which I don't do porn. Let me just put that out there. Coco Brazil doesn't do porn, but I got offered, to film a video and just for promotion purposes, and it ended up on Porn Star Hip Hop, and I'm like, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, I mean, it's been a journey. It's definitely exciting, definitely different, But like I said, if I can put a smile on somebody's face every day just from a video or a picture, that's what I'm here for, to entertain.
So if you was talking to somebody younger breaking into the industry, what advice would you give them on how to scope out things such as, and from contracts to like actual physical danger, how to scope out situations like, you know, photo shoots, video shoots, you know, just what are some things that people should look out for?
Well, definitely. I'm gonna give a shout out to modelmayhem.com because that's how I got my start. And it's a portfolio website where you can post all your pictures, your content, and it's like a networking but for models and
Right.
entertainers and even photographers. You know, you join the network of entertainment and you can just vibe from there. So I would
Yeah.
definitely say
I'm
start
mad
from
hip.
Model
I'm
Mayhem.
mad hip to Model Mayhem.
That is the best way to start if you're new, you know, and
It's a good
I
way to
just want
get
to
if you're trying to get like, because a couple times I've procured you know, people for videos for artists, and it's a good way to get people that are guaranteed to show up.
absolutely. And also, don't give up because it's not going to always be flowers and sunshine, you know. And don't ever let anybody tell you what you can't do, you know. And I know it can be discouraging, especially for newcomers, but the key is just don't give up, you know. And even if you have to just do Facebook or Instagram, you know, put yourself out there so the world can see your talent, you know, but definitely don't give up. And it doesn't happen overnight.
What are video shoots and fashion shoots like? Are they fun? Are they boring? Are they?
They are really, it's like an adrenaline rush. You know what I mean? Like before you step on that runway, you're just like, the lights are on you, the cameras are flashing. It's definitely an adrenaline rush. And with photo shoots, you pretty much just get to be a different person. You know what I mean? Like you get to
Right.
step outside of yourself and show the world, hey, like Beyonce and Sasha Fierce, like they're two separate people, separate entities, but the same person. But you definitely get to explore a little bit deeper, you know, with the video shoots and the photo shoots and just dig deeper and be an alternate version of yourself. It's pretty fun.
You know, and I promise you, I'm not trying to hit like how Chris Rock said that he's so well spoken shit. You know, because like, you know, sometimes that shit can come across as racist, but like I really mean this. Like it wouldn't matter if you was fucking purple. You speak. You're very compelling, and you got a lot of shit to say. Have you ever thought about doing a podcast?
Honestly, no. Believe it or not. Like I don't know how you do it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how you guys do it, but I had never really thought about it. I mean,
I mean, it ain't too much
no,
more different than what you do. Like I imagine you got ring lights and shit.
right, it definitely is an avenue that I should probably explore someday. But right now, I'm leaving it to you guys, the professionals.
I mean, the thing about podcasts, if you just present it as something that's your thoughts, there's nothing about being professional. Because I mean, you are a professional at speaking your thoughts. You're the best person in the world at it.
Right, right. Definitely well educated and eloquently versed. But I don't know, like I said, the shy side of me is just like, no, I'd rather just be seen, not heard.
I can
But
dig it,
maybe
but
one day I'll step out of that shell, you know, and if I need any advice, you'll be the first person I'll come to.
okay, well, shit, yeah, definitely hit me up.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you mentioned yoga earlier, and I noticed again in one of your social media bios, you put something about yoga. Um, I know yoga help and yoga's helped me, but for some reason, like I can consistently lift weights. You know, up until I was like about 41, I could consistently play basketball, but for some reason, I can't consistently do yoga. Give me some
Right.
advice on how to be how to stick to the routine.
It's actually it's more mental than anything. And I actually, believe it or not, I used to teach at Planet Fitness. And it used to hurt my spirit because people would cry because they couldn't do certain movements. And I'm like, don't cry, like it's a process, you know. And like I said, it's more mental than anything. And in the practices that I've learned, pretty much any move is better than no move.
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean,
that
yeah.
part.
That's great about I mean, that's the thing about fitness in general. Any movement's better than no movement, that's for sure. So just now you talked about walking down runways, and we've talked about magazine covers, video covers, album covers, or
Mm-hmm.
even on www.cocobrazil.com. That's COCO.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil spelled regularly. One of your clips you might wake up and it's got like a shit ton of views. Like out of all that, what do you find to be the most exciting?
Hmm. That's a good question. Like I said, for me, it's the comments. Like you can post a picture and get like 1 like or 2 likes, whatever. I don't do it for the likes, I just do it for the entertainment purposes. But it is really exciting to see that people appreciate, your content, no matter what it may be. And just the responses and the outpour of comments and messages, it just brightens my day. So definitely, I would say messages more than likes do it for me.
Shit, I can dig that. See,
Yep,
that's what I'm
I am
saying. Like,
open
that's why
book.
you need the podcast, man. It's all this positive energy.
Absolutely.
The universe need it.
Absolutely. You have to stay positive no matter what you're going through or what's going on. Sometimes you just have to take a woosah moment and just realize, hey, I'm bigger than any situation that might be going on. So you just got to keep that positivity, that energy.
Word. Hey, before we start recording, I asked you if those was real flowers in the background, and you
Hmm.
confirmed and all that. It's not just like a filter or anything. You have several. So I'm curious, what are some of the other backgrounds you have?
Oh wow. I don't even know how many I have. I have a strip club. I have mansions, islands. Like, I like to switch it up. But ironically, I haven't posted any of that content yet. I really should get to that. There's a lot of new looks coming, so hopefully everybody will be on the lookout for that.
And so, like, when you do like a I guess like a new series of photos or clips or whatever, or new looks, you see a spike and get feedback like, oh, we like
Absolutely.
that. So so so
Absolutely.
so what's one that got, let's not say negative feedback, but maybe what's one that you're like, yeah, I probably won't do that again.
You know what? This is gonna sound really weird, but it's the truth. In my whole adult life of modeling, I've never had any negative responses except for one, and she was an older Caucasian lady, and she called me like some type of whore or something like that. But other than that one comment, in my whole modeling life, I hadn't had any backlash.
That's what's up.
Surprisingly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Surprisingly, I guess I lucked up. Maybe that's that namaste, the positivity.
Word. Yeah. I mean, you get back what you put out there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But no, no negativity besides that one comment, and that was actually on Facebook, so I couldn't take her too serious. I'm just like, I
I'm,
will
I'm
respect my elders.
Yeah, word. I feel you. Plus, I mean, I ain't too much do it, but I seen cats that, like, in like 2011, 2012 was getting in like little like Facebook beefs and Twitter beefs, and when
Hmm.
they see that shit today, that should be like like wild embarrassing to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said earlier, like the whole entertainment world has opened up, especially due to the pandemic. So it's always nice to see everybody out there doing their thing and making the best of it. So.
I mean, it's always good when someone like yourself. I mean, and by that I mean like a content creator can succeed out the auspices of a of an umbrella organization or bad
Mhm.
contracts or whatever. I mean, shit. You already talked about one. I wouldn't even call it a bad contract. I guess it was a non-existent contract as far as coming to being fulfilled. But
Absolutely.
like now you're kind of more empowered to control your finances directly without them shits
Mhm.
going through like mad different hands.
And for a while, I feel like we've been like suppressed on just working jobs, just to survive and just to live. But now things have like completely changed, and now you can be in charge of your own finances, and that's a beautiful thing. You know. So
You know
Shout out to the pandemic, I guess.
that. I mean, shout out to the Coco Brazil fandemic. You know, so that's like
Absolutely, I
that's a
definitely
bad dad joke, man. I gotta cut that shit out, man. I got man, my 17-year-old daughter like making puns and shit, and it'd be situations where I got so-called be cool or whatever, and I find
mhm.
myself making little dumbass dad jokes and shit. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. So
Oh,
since everything an open book, another I think on your IG, which I believe is model at model Coco Brazil, right?
that's correct.
CocoBrazil. You say you're a unicorn. In what manner?
I actually, a lot of people don't really know this. I have a whole page dedicated to Uni. I call her the tatted Uni. And pretty much Uni, like I have the head and the tattoos. So I don't know. I just woke up one day and said, let me try something different. And believe it or not, people really like it. And I hadn't posted in a while, but there'll be more Uni coming. Um, I don't know. I'm just different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't let all the comments and all that kind of stuff get to my head. So one day I just woke up and I'm like, you're a unicorn.
Nah, I can dig it. Like I don't know if this is bad or good, right? But like I got this whoop strap, and I've had like problems sleeping all my life. Some of that's like jail and PTSD and all that other shit, solitary. But I had that shit even when I was little, right? But like I don't be tired though. So
Exactly.
like I thought I was tripping, but like my whoop strap, mad times I sleep like 3.5 hours. Like I go to bed at like 12:30 and wake up at 4, and my shit be on like 94%. And then I got 3 kids, 2 biological, but
Oh wow.
I'm the only father that any of them knew. But the bloodline ones, they got like mad high energy too. So for like the last year, I've been joking that we got a mixture of unicorn and dragon blood. That's what separates us.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, everybody needs a good unicorn in their life, you know?
Word shit.
Sometimes you just gotta bring it out.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with unicorns. You know, I'm from DC. I live in a suburb of Tampa, and let me tell you, it's a lot less unicorns out here in Trump country than there was in DC. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Look, I feel like this. I don't judge anybody for what they do because we all have to do something to get through our day. That's one of my mantras. Like, I don't care what you do, as long as you're not hurting nobody, do you.
I mean, if you're talking about that Trump shit, you know, obviously some of that shit was distasteful, but I felt like that shit wasn't paid attention to correctly. Because if
Yeah.
like that many motherfuckers is voting on that shit, and madams like poor people, and you know, fuck if they racist or whatever. Why
Yeah.
is this many? I mean, they shouldn't be, but why is this many poor people upset?
You know
And like
what?
I feel like that kind of not paralyzed, parallels
Yeah.
like all poor people's situation in this country. I mean, it's been worse for some groups than others, obviously. But at the end of the
Apparently.
day, I feel like no one gives a fuck about the voice of the poor people. I mean, why did 50 million motherfuckers vote for Donald Trump? Whether you
Mm.
agree with it or not, like whatever drove them to do that, that there has to be some pertinent information there. You know what I mean? I feel like that shit just got ignored in the whole demonizing everybody. And you know, fuck a Confederate flag and all that, but why is they acting like that? Why is they going so hard? Why are they so upset?
You know what? I've always wondered that. Like, I haven't always had it all together. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be the first to admit that between being born in South Padre Island, Mexico, to moving to New York to here, it's been a transition, but I don't understand why people are acting like that. Like, let Trump be Trump and you be you. You know what I mean? Like, I, did I vote for him? Absolutely not. I'll be the first to say that too. But you got to keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Like, people are so stuck in the nonsense that they're not thinking straight.
Plus, I
You
thought we
know?
weren't supposed to stereotype, but if a motherfucker voted for Trump, then they automatically are racist.
Right.
And
Like,
then I'm like, but I thought I wasn't supposed to stereotype. Like shit got real confusing to me real fast. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
that's
that
why
is,
I try to live off abundance, man. I be nice to everybody. I respect whatever, you know, like I would, if somebody wants me to refer to them as what, like if you told me, yo, when we do this interview, make sure you only refer to me as a unicorn. Cool. That's all you is. You a unicorn. Shit don't hurt me none. You know what I mean?
Just boom. No, but I really, you know what? You know what? I'm coming to the realization, just you asking this question just now. Maybe people were just looking for a reason to blame their situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even before Trump, after Trump, you was still living, you was still breathing. You know what I mean? Like, you got to step out of it.
You know,
I don't care who
I
you
said
voted
that.
for.
Shit, no bullshit.
But
I've said this on the show a few times, but I really feel like the greatest trick the devil, and by the devil I mean quote unquote they, the system, the government, whoever the fuck it may be, elites, whatever, is to convince poor people that they each other's enemies.
yeah, I
You know what I
really feel
mean?
like
Like
people
you
just
see
look
like
for a reason.
I mean, like in the Latino community, it'd be mad people if you from this country, we don't like you, or like division in the African community, or you know, I can't speak for all Africans or whatever, but I
Mhm.
witnessed, you know, I had a gang of African partners when I lived in the DC area, and a lot of them, especially their parents, they wouldn't like American Black people, and it just seems like there's always something that's keeping poor people at each other's necks, while the same people get richer. You know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, at some point in your life, you have to stop with the pity party. You
Exactly.
just
That's why
have to.
they gotta be like you. That you gotta get financial independence and not have to depend on a system where you gotta, you know, be
Believe
subjected
it or not,
to those
this is,
boxes.
the pandemic, I got furloughed, aka laid off of work. I used to be a manager at a clothing store. Um, but I didn't skip a beat, and ironically, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm doing better now than I was before the pandemic. Like, and it's supposed to be the roughest time in people's life, and I'm blessed enough to not be in that position, and I really glory to God on that one.
Well, I mean, glory to you as well, because you know some people fold under pressure, and some people, you know, the whole cold of diamond thing. You know what I mean?
Amen. I mean, same to you. You have your businesses going and you're just keeping it, keeping it going, keeping it pushing. And I'm not gonna downgrade people's feelings. Mental health is a big deal, even
Yeah.
before the pandemic. And speaking on that, once again, drawing it back, you have to stay strong-minded during adversity, because we all could have crumbled during this pandemic. And we're about to get another wave of it, I hear. So people just gonna have to tighten up and realize this is our new life, and you just gotta make the best of it. Can't crumble under pressure. It's not an option. Failure is not an option.
Man, I can't think of no better place to end it than that. Thank you so much for your time. Before we leave though, please shout out your socials and preview anything you got coming up.
You said shout myself out? Oh gosh, I don't do that.
I said shout out your socials and preview anything you got coming up.
You said shout out what?
Your socials, like where they can find you on the.
Oh, okay. Well, modelcocobrazil.com. Facebook, Model Coco Brazil. Same thing on Instagram. And everybody just keep watching and see what's coming next.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I enjoyed the conversation, and let's touch base down the road and see how things is going.
Absolutely. Peace and love.
Third time was a charm. That's what's up.
Well, thank you for your time as well. And I hope to speak to you soon.
No doubt. You keep it. You have a good night and take it light.
Same to you.
Peace.